is, and y'all know what time it is. It's that boy who? It's that boy what? It's that boy Ralphie. And yes, I know after not posting in a whole month's time, and I know you feel me, y'all probably been wondering where I've been at. You know, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. You know, I just had a birthday last month. And I've made it a milestone year, which is the age of 30. But other than that, you feel me, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm sorry. I'm to all my subscribers, to everybody that watches me and support me with this. I'm sorry, y'all. You know, of course, with me taking these long extended breaks from this, and I ain't gonna even sit here and hold y'all. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to y'all. I'm actually trying to get my love and passion back for this, because within all that time, me taking all that time off, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like I've once said before, I am pursuing a wrestling career soon. Well, I ain't gonna say soon because I gotta start training eventually. But down the line, I will be pursuing a wrestling career. And to anybody, you know, follow my wrestling page, _ TJ Richmond. But other than that, y'all, you know, of course, y'all already know I'm here to talk about the Wrestlemania recap from night 1 and night 2. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. WrestleMania, this year's WrestleMania, not gonna lie, last year WrestleMania went bad, but this year's WrestleMania was something actually different. Not even gonna sit there and hold you. Not even gonna sit there and lie to you. But something different. And basically, what I mean by something different, you feel me? It was basically, you know, you feel me? It was something spectacular. I ain't gonna lie, night 2 could have ended a little bit better than what it was, but hey, John Cena is our official 17-time world champion. He's broken the record, which we kind of sort of expected that's where they was gonna go. But let's get into this recap. But long story short, night 1, not gonna lie to you, night one was decent. Not even gonna cap to y'all. Started off with main event Jey Uso versus Gunther, and it's crazy because the thing you look at it and how you see the situation, which we all knew they was gonna let Jey Uso win the World Heavyweight title anyway it went. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, Jey Uso, you have to really sit here and think about it. Y'all really have to be honest with one another. Jey Uso's been with WWE for the past 15 years. Leading the tag team division alongside his brother Jimmy, multiple time tag team champions with his brother, former Intercontinental champion Andre the Giant, Memorial Service Battle Royal winner. He's the World Heavyweight champion, and I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. The match wasn't bad. The match was actually decent. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. From the entrance on down. And it's like at this biggest point of time, the biggest question to ask, what are y'all gonna do with Gunther now that he doesn't have the World Heavyweight Championship? Is he gonna get a rematch, or is y'all gonna move him on to another storyline? We'll just have to see how that goes. Then of course, you know, the second match after that, which was the New Day versus the War Raiders, which was in my eyes probably one of the worst matches on the card. Because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I was actually one of those that felt like the Street Profits. The Street Profits should have been on the card. And then not even just that, for y'all make the announcement for SmackDown. The next following this Friday coming up, it will be a triple threat tables, ladders, and chairs tag team match for the WWE Tag Team title, which I feel like that should have been on the WrestleMania card more than the New Day versus the War Raiders. Not taking nothing away from the War Raiders. Damn sure not taking nothing from the New Day, but that match, in my honest opinion, that match was not good to me, and it was just like it didn't have me on the surface of my chest. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy that the New Day got the tag team titles, but y'all could have kept that match. Y'all could have kept that match somewhere else. Then of course, you know, you had I'm trying to remember the matches in order. Oh, I think it was Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Not even gonna sit here and lie to you. Jade and Naomi match, it wasn't bad. I ain't gonna lie, you feel me? I gave it a solid 8.5. You know, with this being Jade's first, this is her second WrestleMania appearance, but this is her first solo as her being as a one-on-one competitor with Naomi. Now I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. Naomi, how she has so much transition and change with Naomi and all this and that, with her being in the company with all them years. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I can see down the line Jade Cargill being being in the women's world title, WWE women's title, maybe even the mid card title. No, the mid card or the world. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie. Honestly, I would love to see her with the women's United States Championship. You feel me? Not even gonna lie to you because, hey, Jade Cargill. Don't get me wrong. She's in AEW. People didn't view her as that because of what was going on. But now that she's in WWE, she's making promises that she's supposed to keep. And for Naomi, I'm not gonna lie to you, I do see Naomi probably winning the Money in the Bank or probably winning the WWE Women's Championship down the line. Anything is possible. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Then of course, you have LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu, which I ain't gonna lie. So I'm pretty sure that everybody was rooting for Jacob Fatu to win the title, and I ain't gonna lie, he won. Jacob Fatu is a rising star in the making. Little do most people know. Jacob literally sitting here watching him from the Indies. Literally sitting there watching him in the Indies to just, you feel me, just go ahead just to make it to WWE, and then not even just that, just to make a sudden impact, make a sudden move to WWE. And then it was like, we all knew, eventually, most people didn't think that WWE was going to sign him because of his background, but hey, look at him, he's our United States champion. And I honestly must say, that was a good match. Not bad, it was a good match. Then of course, you had Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. Not even gonna sit here and lie. Most people thought that match was gonna be ass, but that match actually turned out to be one of the best matches of the night. If you actually want to be honest and be real with me, that match actually turned out to be one of the best matches of the night because you have this young up and coming Tiffany Stratton and you have the veteran Charlotte Flair, and it's crazy because Charlotte. She wasn't at last year's WrestleMania due to injury, but the year before that, she lost to Rhea Ripley. And now she loses to Tiffany Stratton. That just shows you she just letting younger talent put her over, which is cool. She's putting over younger talent. She's not Hulk Hogan, the situation no more. You feel me? If anything, let this new generation take over and let this new generation do what they do. Like I said, it was a fabulous match. Even though, of course, Tiffany Stratton, you feel me, chipped her tooth and kind of like bust her lip, but other than that, it was a good match. Then, of course, you had American, I think El Grande Americano. It's supposed to be Rey Mysterio, but Rey Mysterio got hurt the day before on SmackDown, so Rey Felix. Not even gonna lie to you, it was a good match. It's just I hated the way it ended because this was Rey Felix's first WrestleMania, and I ain't gonna lie, it was like I said, it was a good match. Very good match. Of course, even though we know that Shaq Gable under that mask. But to actually see Rey Felix in the WWE is probably one of the best things to see. Because watching Rey Felix from AAA, Lucha Libre, Lucha Underground, TNA, AEW, now seeing him in WWE and seeing his presence go into WWE, not even gonna lie to you, I know down the line they're eventually gonna end up giving him a championship title. I don't know which one is going to be possibly. But I ain't going to lie, I would definitely love to see him and his brother Penta get back together soon. Because, to anybody that knows the Lucha Bros, knows, you feel me, they're a good, they are two of the best luchadors in this era. And of course, Rey Mysterio set the tone. Rey Mysterio set the tone for this next era of Lucha Libre wrestling. And then, of course, if anybody that didn't know, literally, you feel me, WWE has brought the they have brought the AAA Lucha Libre wrestling promotion, which is awesome. You feel me? Because not even gonna lie to you, all these great luchadors that's out here, that's actually that's I'm talking about phenomenal. And like I said, I remember when that stuff used to come on late nights on Saturdays when I was a kid, and I used to actually stay up and watch it. Or I used to always catch it on Sundays when it used to come on channel. It used to come on the little Spanish channel. But then, of course, okay. I know it was, I'm trying to remember, because I know Jey Uso started us off. Then it was the New Day. Then it was, Then I know it was Jade Cargill and Naomi. Jacob Fatu and LA Knight, Tiffany Stratton, El Grande Americano, and Rey Felix. Then we have the main event. We have the main event for night one, which was a phenomenal triple threat match, which we had the best in the world, CM Punk versus the Revolutionary, the you feel me, the Revolutionary Seth Rollins. Then we had another one, which was our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Not gonna lie, Roman Reigns' entry was fire. Not even gonna sit here and lie to you. CM Punk entry all three entries was fire. Not even gonna lie to you. And then it's like, not even gonna sit here and lie to you. The match itself was 5 stars. I don't give a damn what nobody said. The match was 5 stars in itself. But the thing with that was, now of course we have Paul Heyman that has aligned himself with Seth freaking Rollins. So I'm not gonna lie to you, which one wasn't a bad move at all. It was shocking because he turned on his longtime best friend CM Punk, and he turned on his tribal chief, which was Roman Reigns. But from top to bottom, I'm not gonna lie, that match was excellent. Literally, probably gonna go down a match of the year for this year when they get ready to come back for WrestleMania next year. But yes, night one was solid. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Night one was very solid of WrestleMania, and I actually digged it. Night two, not even gonna lie to you. Night two started off with a bang, because you had the Triple Threat Women's World Heavyweight Champion, which I didn't expect the outcome of Io retaining the title. But I'm not gonna lie to you. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't have been mad. I wouldn't have been mad if Rhea did retain it, but it was just like, what's the point of giving her the title for the third time? Now, like I said, I didn't mind if Io retained it, or I didn't mind if Bianca won it. But hey, like I said, you had three of the best of the Raw's women's division duke it out for the title. And like I said, Io Sky came in and proved her point and did her big one. So shouts out to Io Sky. Then you had I want to say, because I ain't trying to name the matches in order, but then you had, of course, who fought? I'm trying to remember who fought after him. Oh, I got one. Then you had Randy Orton. Then you, not even gonna lie, that's when you had the Sin City street fight between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. Not even gonna sit here and lie, that match was not bad at all. From the start to the end, the match was good. And I ain't gonna lie to you, my prayers and hope goes up to Damian Priest, because after the match, if most people paid attention, Damian Priest was telling the official he couldn't breathe. And like I said, my prayers and thoughts goes to Damian Priest, because at the end of the day, you put on a good match, bro. You put on a good match, bro, and you did a damn phenomenal job of how you handled yourself with that match. And I ain't gonna lie to you, Drew McIntyre, not gonna lie, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, to Roman Reigns, even CM Punk, I can literally see one of them winning the world title very soon, because literally how all the stories was going last night and how everything was just put into place was all right, and it was all good. Then you have, like I said, the Sin City street fight was something. It was something good to watch. I'm not gonna lie to you. Then, of course, like I said, you had Randy Orton going up against a mystery opponent, and I ain't gonna lie to you. Did nobody expect Joe Hendry to pop up in TNA? Not even gonna cap. I'm pretty sure everybody thought it was gonna be Rusev that was gonna make an appearance and surprise us all, but Joe Hendry popping up at WrestleMania, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion pops up at WrestleMania and actually gets a loud pop. Even though the match was a squash match, it was good to actually see somebody from another promotion in WrestleMania, which I ain't gonna sit here and lie, and which I'm pretty sure Triple H down the line is going to. I guarantee you, Triple H is going to make a lot of partnerships with a lot of other promotions out here. And the thing with that is, it's just like WWE has been around for 60-something years. Right? And literally, to most people that know, if this was under Vince wouldn't have partnered with nothing. Triple H is actually making the right moves, in my honest opinion. I love him for that, because, hey, it's what's best for business. Then, of course, you had, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to literally. I was so damn excited for all the matches that came on. Oh, then you had the Fatal 4-Way match. You had Penta in his WrestleMania debut. You had Finn Balor. You had Braun Breaker. You had Dominic Mysterio. And I ain't gonna lie, how the match turned out, it was a phenomenal Fatal 4-Way match. Braun Breaker spearing people, especially when he jumped off a whole nother announcement table to spear Carlito onto another one, which is crazy work. Which I ain't gonna lie, which was awesome. But of course, we had Dominic Mysterio win the Intercontinental Championship, which was in itself was shocking. He pinned Finn Balor. Only God knows where that's gonna go tonight. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm pretty sure Judgment Day is finna break up. Not even gonna cap to y'all. And I literally, when I say I'm pretty sure Judgment Day is finna break up now because now this other match that I'm finna tell y'all about, which was for the women's tag team titles, literally Bayley had got attacked the day before. And what was crazy about that whole little situation, everybody was sitting there wondering who was going to be Lyra's tag team partner against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And we all knew, which I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people were surprised by, which it was the return of Becky Lynch. To everybody that literally thought Becky Lynch was done wrestling, I'm pretty sure Becky Lynch wasn't done. I told people she wasn't done wrestling because Becky Lynch, I ain't saying she still has a lot to prove, but she don't. Becky Lynch has won. She's one of the very first women to main event WrestleMania. She's a multiple time women's champion. She's the very first woman to ever hold the women's Raw and SmackDown Women's Championship together. She's a women's tag team champion. She's won the Royal Rumble. The only thing she hasn't done yet is win Money in the Bank. And I'm pretty sure down the line she's gonna come down and win it. So, hey, now she's a two-time women's tag team champion, which ain't nothing wrong with it. And all that. And I ain't gonna lie, the match wasn't bad. The match was good. And then of course, there goes the main event. The GOAT, John Cena versus the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Not gonna lie to y'all, you have a lot of people that disagree how it ended, and you have a lot of people that said they're happy that John Cena has number 17, which is nothing wrong with that at all. Not even gonna lie, which is nothing wrong with that. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of am disappointed that The Rock didn't pop up at WrestleMania because it was like it would have been more interesting to actually see. It would have been more interesting to see The Rock pop up than, I ain't trying to diss Travis Scott. It would have been more interesting for The Rock to pop up than Travis Scott. Even though Travis Scott played a major role in what happened to Cody Rhodes, but from there on and out, you feel me? You had. I gotta say this: the match was good. The match wasn't bad at all. The match literally from point A to point B. But it's just my whole thing with this. John Cena, like John Cena said, if you really paid attention to the first promo, John Cena basically told us, we get nothing. We get nothing. If you honestly want to be honest, you seen how John Cena really came out with no colors, none of that last night, and John Cena stuck to his word. We get nothing. We get no new theme song. We get no new attire. We get nothing. And it's like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Don't get me wrong. I've never thought, as long as I've been watching John Cena, I never thought this man would go heel. And I've been watching John Cena literally since I've been watching John Cena wrestle since I was 7. And it's like literally seeing my childhood hero break a record brought tears to my eyes last night, because I'm like, damn, John Cena really, I'm like John Cena really sat here and did it. We didn't agree how he did it, but hey, John Cena broke the record. Now Cody Rhodes, on the other hand, only God knows what they're gonna do with Cody Rhodes. Do you make Cody Rhodes go heel, or because I'm gonna say this, and I ain't gonna lie, I have been hearing this, and I kind of sort of agree with it. What if we get Cody Rhodes versus John Cena down the line at SummerSlam, and Cody Rhodes basically retains that title back from John Cena. But within time, we would know what's gonna happen with this storyline, because now you feel me, now that you have John Cena as your new WWE champion, what do you do with John Cena? Then it's crazy because Randy Orton's hometown is hosting Backlash this year, so only God knows is what's gonna happen in Backlash. But pretty soon, I ain't gonna lie to you, pretty soon I will be doing my predictions on Backlash. Pretty soon, just give me time. But other than that, you feel me? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm finna cut it short. Like I know I apologize for a lot of things I do, but I am sincerely sorry because I know I take too many breaks from this. And it's like, you know what they say, when you take breaks from stuff, you sometimes lose the love and the interest that you really had for it at first. And it's like I felt that I lost the love to do this, but now that I'm actually coming back, now that I'm really coming back for it, I'm not gonna lie, I'm going to try my hardest to get back in tune with this, because this was one of the things that made me happy. This was one of the things that made me feel good, you know? And I ain't gonna lie to you, I know my girl, I know my mama, I know my homie Rashad, my homie Nate, all done got in my ass about this situation, about getting back tuned to this. All damn forgot about one person. My sister Jenny. I literally forgot about her. She definitely got in my ass about this. So, not even going to sit here and hold y'all. I'm definitely going to try my best. And I'm definitely going to try to keep this going, because, like I said, I know pretty soon I'm going to pursue a wrestling career. But I'm still going to be podcasting. I'm still going to be, keeping it real with Ralphie. But other than that, y'all, like I said, I haven't given up. I haven't given up on something. I haven't fully given up on something. Now I'm not going to give up on something that I love to do, which is get in front of this camera and keep it real with y'all with wrestling. Because, like I said, I actually found my passion in something that I like to do. Well, one of the things I like to do. So, like I said, pretty soon, my next video that I'm going to talk about is, of course, Chicago style wrestling. But I'm gonna keep y'all posted with that till Friday. So, other than that, you feel me? Your boy Ralphie finna go and get up out of here. Like I said, I love you guys. I thank y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for just taking these long breaks. And I can't make a promise, but I am going to try my hardest to stay consistent like I once was. I'm going to try to stay focused. But other than that, your boy Ralphie is finna get up out of here. Peace.